Are you new to GoHighLevel? Are you interested in learning how the platform works? You can take this software and generate millions of dollars like I have done. And I'm going to share with you, if I were to start all over again, what the heck is HighLevel in the first place? What does it do? How does it work? What are the features and what is involved with HighLevel? My name is Andy Audate. I am a HighLevel Platinum Award winner. What that means is that I've taken the software and I've sold it to over 500 times. I just crossed 626, by the way. I sold it 500 times and they've given me an award that I can to walk around and say that I have over 500 customers paying me for my version of HighLevel. On top of that, because of my core business, my main business, growing to well over 500 sub-accounts, I have been injected into the HighLevel community, helping other GoHighLevel agencies run and operate their business. To this date, I coach over 1,300 GoHighLevel agencies on how to market their business, how to sell to customers their version of HighLevel, how to onboard customers, how to retain customers, and how to scale a HighLevel business. Now, this video is specifically for you if you want to learn what is HighLevel, like how does it work? Maybe you're a business owner who has heard about HighLevel multiple times and you're like, man, I really need to understand the software. Or maybe you're a potential digital entrepreneur and you want to learn how to make money with HighLevel. This video is going to be for you and you can watch this full-on course. This is a breakdown of the HighLevel software. Welcome to the training. I'm gonna go into my computer, and when I go to my computer, I wanna share with you, this is a detailed overview breaking down HighLevel and its uses and what's possible. So when you start at HighLevel, let's go into the pricing because at some point you're gonna have to understand the pricing. HighLevel has 3 plans. They have a starter plan, unlimited plan, and the SaaS Pro plan. Majority of the features that unlock everything is on the SaaS Pro plan, which costs $497 per month. Now, you get everything, plus you get a couple of additional features that are related to making money on top of the platform. The middle plan is the unlimited plan. The unlimited plan is $297 per month. And then the starter plan is if you just want to start learning about HighLevel and start using it, it's going to be $97 per month. Here are the 3 major differences between the plan. Starter plan is going to be all the tools that you need to capture and nurture and close more deals. All right. That's the basics of the software is $97. There's a limitation. The limitation here is on the setup that you have up to 3 sub-accounts. So a sub-account right here, 3 accounts that you can use. The next plan is the unlimited. The unlimited is $297 per month, and you get additional features such as the API access, which allows you to integrate HighLevel with outside softwares outside of the HighLevel ecosystem. That's $297 a month, and on top of that, you get to have unlimited sub-accounts. Now, the way that HighLevel is positioned as the software, it's originally designed for marketing agencies to use for different workspaces. So let me give you some context here. I run a marketing agency. My marketing agency is Audate. If I sell websites to a business where as a service, I build and set up websites, where do I build that website? Some people might use WordPress. Some people might use GoDaddy. Some people might use Wix and all these other platforms. And it's all over the place. And when I sell that service of a website, typically I would have that customer go to WordPress, buy an account, and then I would ask them for their password, and then I would log into their account, and then I would start building the website. HighLevel makes it so much easier to the point where you can build a customer's website in a workspace. So this is an example of a workspace. Let's go into the account here. And this is called a sub account. The workspace, also known as a sub account. So this is a brand new account here. I put my logo on the top left, and you can put your logo on the top left here. So instantly you're going to start to see the different features of the software, which we will get into most of them today. Now there are hundreds of different features inside the software. So we're not going to get to all of them, but we're going to get to most. And if I were to go to website, you see where it says location 1 on the top left. If I go to a website or sites, I have this area called funnels and I have this area called websites. So I can click on new website and let's just choose from a template. And I have these series of different templates that I can use. And on the left-hand side, these series of different categories of templates that we can use, such as home service websites, holiday websites, health and wellness. So let's say, for example, I have a gym as a website and I want to use this template. So let's click preview. Let's check out the site. And let's say that I'm consulting a gym and I charge them a fee to build a website and they pay me a fee to build out the website. Rather than asking them to go buy a software such as WordPress or Wix or any of those other platforms, I can charge them a fee and they can pay me directly for that website build out. Now, I would charge a service fee. So I would charge them, let's say $1,000 to build out their website, but they're going to pay WordPress $29 a month, $49 a month, $99 a month just to have their website built on their platform. The $1,000 goes to me to do all the work, add all the images, add all the text, add all the links, but it's built on another person's platform. What HighLevel has done strategically is that they've allowed you to white label the software, making you the software provider, which I'll explain more. Now, back to the basics here. Here is a fully built website that is templatized, that all I got to do is add the logo, maybe add some text here and change up some text, maybe change up some images if necessary, put my team's photos there, and then click publish. And when I click publish, it instantly becomes a website here, okay, that I can start marketing and getting people to understand and buy my services or buy my products, okay? So now here is the website now. Over here, okay? Now, this was built on location 1. You see that on the top left? This was built on location 1. So this is the website for location 1. Now, if I click on settings here, I can change it from location 1 and I could call it Main Street Gym. That's the name of the business, for example. And then I click update information. I gotta put an actual country. So let's put a phone number there. So let's call this Main Street Gym. And then you see now, instead of saying location 1, this is called Main Street Gym. When I give my customer, so if I go to my staff, when I give and I add a user here. So if I were to add somebody's name, email, and their phone number, that becomes a user. From their perspective, when they log into the software, they wouldn't see the other people's accounts. They will be limited to just their own account that they have access to, okay? That's their limitation. They would only be able to see that. So you, on the limited plan at the $297, you have unlimited accounts that you can sell. On the $97, you're limited to just 3 accounts, okay? So let's say, for example, you were on the unlimited plan. That means I can charge somebody $1,000 for the work of building the website, which, did you see how easy that was for me to create, by the way? Look how easy this was for me to create. This website over here, let's go to it real quick. It was so easy for me to set up, and because it was done in a template. And I can go and sell that to somebody for $1,000, and they're gonna be like, whoa, you created a whole website for me. Like, you got the membership section, you got the scheduling section, you got the plans that people can go ahead and buy, you have the ability to schedule appointments on a calendar, you have the contact us, you have the frequently asked questions area. All of this is already set up. Now, understandably, you're gonna have to add somebody's calendar here, which only takes 2 minutes. You're gonna have to add in their actual plans. That takes a couple of minutes. So the majority of the work is done for you in the template. I can go sell that for $1,000. Now, do I want to tell that person to go pay someone else for the monthly recurring software cost? Like, hey, go to Wix and pay $49 a month, or go to Kajabi and pay $3.99 a month, or go to ClickFunnels and pay $197 a month. Do I want to send customers out to someone else, or do I want to keep that money myself? Would you want to keep that money yourself? If you're watching this and you continue watching this, your answer is yes, you want to keep the money yourself. And if that's the case, stay tuned, because in this scenario, you can charge customers monthly and charge them to have access to this account. So you charge them a fee of the service for setting it up. Then you charge them a fee monthly to actually have access to the account, because there's a lot of things you can do in HighLevel. Now let's do a tour of HighLevel. So number one is, let's go through majority of the buttons on the left-hand side here. The launch pad is going to be when you're new to HighLevel. This is a brand new HighLevel account. So when you're new to HighLevel here, you're going to see the foundational setup. So there's like a checklist here that you can use, and it's going to tell you to upload your contacts. And when you click there, there's a video that explains how to upload your contacts. Then you're going to learn about how to generate new leads. There's a video there that teaches you how to generate new leads and launch a funnel, and it brings you right there. All right, so that's the launch pad. The launch pad is like a checklist for any new HighLevel user to start using HighLevel. And if you choose to be a reseller of HighLevel, what's awesome about that is that the launch pad, it literally launches your customers when you sold them the account, the sub account, okay? Now, I will be getting to the agency view in a bit towards the end of this video, okay? But let's continue on the sub account. So you have all of these setups for the marketing, the lead generation, the websites, e-commerce, how to make money on the platform. Then you go to the dashboard. The dashboard is going to show the overall health of your business or your client's business. So this is how I would present this to a client that I'm selling HighLevel to, but I'm also sharing it with you. The dashboard shows the overall health of your business. So this is going to be the data inside of the company. Now, this is a brand new account, so there's no data here, but you'll be able to see how many leads and how many closed deals there are, how many sales opportunities there are, how much money is available. Then let's go to the conversations. In the conversations tab, this is where all the conversations of back and forth conversations are going to be held inside of a customer's account. Let's go to the calendar view. In the calendar view settings, this is where you'll build out calendars for people to go ahead and book appointments. So you can click on add new calendar. So let's call this calendar name. Let's just call it calendar, main calendar menu. Okay. And then click save. And then when it saves, let's get the link. It's saving the latest changes. Let's get the link, copy it. And you see how quick it was to build a calendar. So this is how in the software you can go ahead and actually build a calendar here inside of the software here, okay? Let's click that link. Then here, let's go back to calendars. Let's click on new calendar. You can choose the type of calendar it is. Let's call this calendar name. Let's call it calendar system. You choose a team member who the calendar is going to be for. Now, at least one team member has to be on the platform, but let me actually show you what my calendar looks like here. Okay, so this is an example of the calendar system here. You can add your logo, choose a date and a time of availability, and so forth. So that is an example of what the calendar looks like. Now, let's go to contacts. In the contacts, this is where your customer's contact data is going to be driven or saved. So let's put customer name. So let's put John, last name Doe, and his email is john.doe@gmail.com. And his phone number is 310-555-0123. And let's click save. Okay. Now we saved John's contact here. So when we text John, now there's no phone number in this account, but when we text John, it'll come from our account and we can see all the conversation here. And we can actually create a pipeline to track John as a potential sale. So let's create a new pipeline here. In this pipeline, let's call this marketing. And these are the stages: new lead, contacted, proposal sent, deal closed. Let's click create. Now you can customize this, by the way. You can customize this. So let's say onboarding is the next stage after a deal is closed for your business. And then this is your pipeline, which is great. Now let's add an opportunity here. So let's find John, add in his details, and let's say the deal with John is worth $1,250. Let's click create the opportunity. And then when we refresh, we're going to see John in the pipeline. In the world of sales and marketing, a pipeline simply means tracking a deal from start to finish. Because here, in this case, John is the only person in the pipeline. But how do we move John from new lead all the way to closed deal and we actually get the $1,250? How do we track that? Do you currently track it in a notepad? Maybe on your phone? Maybe you don't track it at all. One of the biggest challenges that most business, now I've consulted over 5,000 businesses, and what I've seen is one of the biggest challenges that they have is tracking deals, tracking sales, tracking potential customers, and tracking their current customers, because most of them remember off the top of their head. So when you go to a business owner and you're consulting with them and you're sharing with them, hey, how do you organize your business? Most businesses are disorganized. So HighLevel as a tool allows you to sell the platform to get businesses organized. So a business who's all over the place, they have deals on their phone, they have notepads, they have sticky notes on their computer, they have reminders on their computer device, and it's all over the place. It's better to have it all in one place, and this allows them to track. So they can track sales opportunities, and they'll be able to see how many deals are just new leads. How many of them have been contacted? How many of them have a proposal that is sent? How many of them have a closed deal, are closed? And how many of them are in onboarding? So rather than them having to be all over the place, they can track it right from their computer. And HighLevel does have a mobile app that allows you to see all of this inside of your phone. Also inside of HighLevel, you can take payments. So you'll connect your payment provider. So whether that's Stripe, and there's a bunch of other payment providers that's available, such as Square, QuickBooks, and so forth. You can connect all of that right inside of this platform, and then you can create different invoices, okay? Now, one of the things that's really cool with HighLevel is going to be the AI agents. Inside of HighLevel, you can create an AI agent, which simply allows you to use artificial intelligence to pick up phone calls, to communicate with your customers, and to even call them. Imagine that. Artificial intelligence allowing you to do that. The next thing also is going to be the social media planner. Now, why is HighLevel such a phenomenal tool? I'm going to share with you. Like, for example, let's go to Hootsuite.com here, and let's check out their pricing. Hootsuite is a platform. It's another platform that allows you to use to just post on social media. So here, Hootsuite by itself, this software, if you want unlimited social media accounts to post, where you can schedule out social media posts, and you want unlimited accounts, it's going to cost you $3.99 per user. So if you have 10 users, it's going to cost you $4,000 a month to use a software like Hootsuite. And all you're going to do is use it to post on social media. So you can do bulk scheduling. Well, HighLevel already has that included. This is why I'll exit this. HighLevel has that included for unlimited accounts. So all your accounts, instead of you spending $3.99 per user, that's included. So if you check out their pricing plan, for $297 a month on their unlimited, you can have unlimited accounts, and in each account, sub-account, you can have unlimited social media accounts that you're posting for, okay? Or that they can pay you to post, okay? So that's just a social planner. Now let's go to emails, okay? So in here, you can do email marketing, right? So it says I'm viewing sample data because this is a brand new account. So here, this is exactly what it looks like. 25,000 emails sent, the bounce rate. Now this is sample data like I mentioned. 39 people unsubscribed, and so on and so forth. Well, what's an alternative? Most businesses are going to use something like Mailchimp. Let's go to Mailchimp.com. Let's see their pricing, right? So once we go to their pricing, let's see how much does Mailchimp cost. Inside of Mailchimp, okay, contacts. Contacts, 500 is free. Let's say you're sending 100,000 contacts. How much is that going to cost? It's going to cost $680 per month on a 12-month contract. That's if you have 100,000 contacts, okay? And then after that, after a 12-month contract, it's $800 per month. And that's only for the emails. That's only for the emails. If you want to send out text messages, it's going to cost more, right? Inside of HighLevel, look, first of all, they have like a complex cost here. Email and SMS, in this scenario, is $680. Then it's $700 a month for 11 months. I don't know. This is all over the place. HighLevel already has this all included. You don't need Hootsuite. You don't need Mailchimp. All of that is already included. So all the emails, you click here to create emails, that is included in your one of the 3 plans. That's already included. So you don't need these additional software. It's already included. This is why people ask me all the time, as a consultant, Andy, you're familiar with all of these different platforms. You're familiar with the Mailchimp. You're familiar with the Kajabi. You're familiar with the ClickFunnels. You're familiar with the Hootsuite. I know all those platforms, and they ask me all the time, why do you choose HighLevel, and why are you an advocate for it? Because they've taken a lot of the platforms and a lot of the tools that a marketer like myself would need, and they built it in one software. And you as a business owner can get started for as little as $97 to use this platform, okay? And on top of that, you as a reseller can get started and reselling the software and make money for it. So I technically don't pay for HighLevel because I get a profit from HighLevel, and I can share with you more about that. So here, email marketing, I can send it to unlimited contacts. If I have a million, I just showed you an example of 100,000 people, it would cost $680 per month on a 12-month contract with Mailchimp, right? Here, it would be all included, and I can send it to unlimited emails with HighLevel, okay? And there's these additional tools that are inside of here, for example, like an affiliate manager here, okay? Like this affiliate manager system, like if you have a course or a product or a service that you want to sell more of and you want to create affiliates, well, there's additional tools. Like one of the tools that I know of is First Promoter. If you go to First Promoter's website and you look at their pricing, it's going to cost you, depending on how much money you're making, if you're above $15,000 in revenue from affiliates, it's going to cost you $149 a month just for you to track your affiliates. Well, you don't have to spend $149. That's already included in this platform inside of HighLevel. So Hootsuite, $399, kicked out the door. The $680 with Mailchimp, that's out the door. You don't need to spend that money. First Promoter, that's out the door. You don't need to spend that money. HighLevel already has that included, okay? Now, let's keep it going. There's something in here called an automation here. An automation is a step-by-step process that allows you to automate certain actions inside of the software. And one platform that I know that very well that has an automation builder is going to be HubSpot. But let's talk about HighLevels. If this happens, then do this, right? So for example, let's say it's your customer's birthday and you want to send them an email. We click continue. Check this out here. In this scenario, it automatically built it out for me. So what the workflow builder is saying, when it is somebody's birthday, so when it is your customer's birthday, so in the contact builder, when you create a contact, when you put someone's name, email, phone number, you can actually add their birthday and you can actually automate that process. But when you get their birthday, you can set up the software that when it's somebody's birthday, send an email. And let's look at the email. So in the email, you might say, hey, happy birthday. It's been a pleasure knowing you and working with you. If you decide to continue to work with us or buy our product on your birthday, we will give you a 20% off discount. Feel free to schedule a call here. So here, I'm going to put, hey, happy birthday, and then I'm going to add the contact's full name. So you ever get those emails or text messages where it has your name? Like it'll say, hey, so-and-so, and it's like your name, and it's like personalized to you. This is how they're doing it. High level technology. So, hey, happy birthday, John. It's been a pleasure knowing you and working with you. If you decide to continue to work with us or buy our product on your birthday, we will give you a 20% off discount. Feel free to schedule a call here. And what I'll do is I will highlight this and I will put my calendar link there and I would save the action. I got to add let's put happy birthday, and let's just copy and paste this code here. So, hey, happy birthday, contact name, save action. And now I click save. I click publish first, and then I click saved. And automatically what that does is when it's somebody's birthday, I don't have to remind myself. I don't have to remember. Automatically what that does is it goes into the contact record, and whenever it's someone's birthday, automatically send them a birthday email. Okay, that's one out of the dozens of different workflows that you can create here. Okay, so now let's go to sites. So in the sites, you can create something called a funnel. What a funnel is, it's step-by-step pages. Or you can create a website. So let me create a funnel here. Let me show how easy it is. Now, with HighLevel, they've made it so much easier where you can use artificial intelligence to go ahead and create a funnel. So for example, let's say I'm building, the name of the business is Tom's Plumbing. Okay, and let's choose the industry. So let's say plumber. Let's click next. I am looking for a funnel for a plumber. And what is the objective? Let's say the objective is to generate leads and it should feel professional. I click on generate. And what's taking place right now is artificial intelligence is building out a full-on landing page and funnel to book leads from you. It takes a couple of minutes, but let me share with you, as an experienced marketer and someone who's running a marketing agency, we charge upwards of $5,000 to $15,000 for us to build a multi-step funnel. In this case, HighLevel has built it in a way where artificial intelligence can do it for you. This is why I love this software, because it makes it easy for our clients to go ahead and implement, rather than them having to come to us and spend $5,000 to $15,000 to build a funnel and hiring a group of professionals to build out these web pages. Artificial intelligence can do it for you just like that. And what's cool is you can sell that to your customers where, look at this here, experience top-notch plumbing services with Tom's expertise. Experience prompt, reliable, and skilled plumbing solutions with Tom's Plumbing, where your comfort and satisfaction are our top priority. And then schedule your fix now, because remember, the goal was to book an appointment. So the funnel is already built, and this is what we would charge people for to go ahead and build. And artificial intelligence was able to go ahead and build that just like that, right? Imagine that, all of that. Now you can do the same thing for websites. And I already showed you how to build a website. You can host webinars inside of these platforms. You can manage the analytics inside of this platform. So you can track how many page views, how many opt-ins, how many sales, what was your conversion rate, and so much more. Now, let's look at the form builder. So here, there's a form builder inside of the platform where you click create new, and you can track all of the forms inside of the software. Now, I'm gonna go to another software here. Let's go to jotform.com. That's another one. As a marketer, I know a lot of these tools. Why? Because over the years, I've shared them and shared it with our clients, because we had to use these tools. As a marketing agency owner, before HighLevel, we would tell our customers, well, in order for you to create the funnel, you're gonna need Jotform for your forms to get the name, email, phone number. So that's gonna be an extra fee. Let's see how much Jotform costs. On a monthly, you have to sign up to see the monthly. Okay, well, how much is it for you annually? On the annually, you're going to spend upwards between $39 to $99 a month, depending on how many forms you have. And guess what? There's going to be a limit. You're limited to 100 forms. You're limited to 10,000 monthly submissions. And one user? That is wild. One user. So if you're a business owner that is planning to scale your business, you'll be a user, but you'll have your assistants and your team. You'll want them to have your sales team. You'll want those people to have access to the leads. So you're going to spend $99 just for you. And then as you add on additional people, now mind you, $99 per month, billed annually. So that means you're going to spend $1,200 to have a platform like this to generate name, email, and phone number, that's what JotForm does. It's a software to generate contacts. And years ago, before HighLevel was here, as a marketing agency consultant, I would tell our customers, well, that's the technology that's available. It's $1,200 just for the form. Then you're gonna need another funnel builder. So let's go to another platform. You have ClickFunnels.com. That's another software. Now, all of these softwares here, in order for it to work, so this is $197 a month. This is a funnel builder for the funnel. HighLevel has it all. So this name, email, phone number builder, that's already inside of the software. You're not going to need to have JotForms or ClickFunnels or any of those platforms here. You want to have a survey builder? Well, when we think about surveys and gathering more information, like what is your current career status, or what is your objective, what is your business? Now, a form is just to collect specific details. Surveys is to collect a bunch of different details to unlock insights about your customers, and you get real-time analytics. As a marketing agency consultant, this is what I would tell them. I would say, if you want a form, then you're going to use this software called Typeform. Now, let's see how much this costs, right? You're going to be spending upwards. So there's a couple plans here. You have different plans here. You're going to be spending upwards of $83 per month to have a form builder. So that's just for your forms. Well, HighLevel already has that included. Everything that is necessary, HighLevel has that included. Let's go to this thing called a chat widget. So if you want to add a chat widget here, there's a tool here called a chat widget. Now, you see this on the bottom right, this chat widget here? There's another software called Podium. So let's go check out Podium. This software is what, as a marketing consultant, I would tell our customers. I would say, hey, if you want a chat widget, the one that you want to use is going to be Podium. You see on the bottom right, this little widget right here to capture name, email, phone number, and your customers can talk to you about it or opt in. Well, they're not going to show you their pricing. I'm seeing that they're not allowing you to see pricing. At this point, they want you to schedule a quote and get on a call with them. I'll tell you their pricing. It's upwards of $400 to $500 a month just to have a chat widget. So HighLevel, when people ask me, why are you choosing HighLevel? Look at the features that HighLevel has. Next thing is going to be QR codes. You ever seen a QR code where it's like, scan this QR code to opt in? Well, what are the steps to build a QR code? As a marketing consultant, people would ask me, how do you build a QR code? Well, let me show you here. This is the steps to build a QR code. So let's go to AndyAudate.com. Let's use that as a QR code. And then when people scan this QR code, it would go to AndyAudate.com. Now, by the time that you are watching this video, this QR code is probably not going to work because this is just a demo. But the point is, I can use this QR code, put it on a banner, and I can create unlimited QR codes. Now, what is another software to use for QR codes tracking is going to be flowcode.com. Well, how much is Flowcode? Flowcode, before HighLevel, you're going to spend $25 a month on their basic plan for up to 50 codes. Now, if you're someone who has different campaigns, different lead generation offers, you're probably going to want more than 50 codes. So if you want more than 50 codes, QR codes, you're going to spend $250 a month just to get QR codes. That is integrated inside of HighLevel. So you see, like on the top, I don't need ClickFunnels. $197 a month, canceled. Don't need that software. Typeform, $83 a month, canceled. Don't need that platform. Flowcode, I want more than 50 codes because I want codes on a t-shirt. I want codes on stickers. I want codes in booklets. I want codes in magazines. I want codes, QR codes all over the place. Well, canceled. Don't need to spend $250 a month just for that software, right? So you can have unlimited codes. And that's just the start of it, right? Then the membership builder. So inside of HighLevel, you have a membership builder where you can create online courses. Now, before HighLevel was built in or started the building process of what it is today around 2018, 2019. Now, inside of HighLevel, you can actually import from Kajabi if you're familiar with the Kajabi platform. Now, to create a course, here's what it looks like. Let's call this How to Mow Your Lawn. Let's say it's a step-by-step course on how to actually mow your lawn. You click on Create Course, and this is what it looks like. Let's preview what it looks like here. This is what it would look like, and I just got to add on some videos. What I would do years ago is if you want to build a course, you're going to need Kajabi. Okay, you're going to need Kajabi.com. So let's go to their pricing for Kajabi.com. If you want, let's click on monthly to see how much it costs per month. Their monthly price. Now, I used to be a Kajabi advocate. My marketing agency, I would build out people's online courses and I would send them to Kajabi. And so I would tell that customer that this is what tech is available at the time. So 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I would say, hey, well, do you want to survey your customers to ask them questions about who they are to suggest the right course? And you want to do that automatically? Well, we would need that Typeform software. That is going to cost you a couple $100. Do you want to host your course where it's password protected and they need to pay to get access to the course, right? You don't want it to be free on YouTube. You want it to be hidden behind a paywall where customers pay you. Well, it's going to cost you $250 per month. And if your business grows past 25 customers or 25,000 customers as your business grows, just not even customers, contacts, meaning people who give you their name, email, phone number. If your business grows past that, it's going to cost you $499 a month. Okay. And if you go past 100,000, it's going to cost you even more than that. So, but that's what's available. Today, you don't even need this software either because HighLevel already has that included inside of this platform. So when people ask me, Andy, why do you choose HighLevel? The reason why I choose HighLevel is because one price point, $297 a month, not only gives me all of these tools inside of one sub account. So remember, we have a sub account here. It not only does it give me for my main business, but I can sell it to other people and I get to keep 100% of the profit and 100% of the revenue and you get the opportunity as well. So why I suggest you do it is because even if it's just for your core business, let's just say that you're not a seller or a reseller of HighLevel, even if it's just for your business, I want you to look at the price points, $297 to $497 a month to use HighLevel's technology, okay? You can have communities. Well, a platform that is trending now to create a community is going to be another platform called school.com. So let's go to their platform and let's see if their pricing is public, because usually they'll start off on a trial, then they'll charge you. So you have this hobby level at $9. You can't customize it, and they're promoting other people's communities. So if you want it to be on your URL, well, it's going to be $99 a month. Okay. So just for the community section is $99 a month. And then if you want to add a course section or courses to the platform, to your business, you're going to need to pay Kajabi. That's an extra $399 a month. So you can see where it starts to add up as you need all these additional tools. And that's why people are flocking to HighLevel, is because one software that's stable, it's reliable, and you can build your entire business on it, plus make a profit on it by sharing it with other people. Okay. So, Google Drive, it costs money to have stuff on Google Drive. Well, you can upload unlimited content into media storage right here inside of this one software, right? There's so many other benefits such as reputation management. For a small business owner, you can use HighLevel's technology and send review requests, for example, to John Doe here. Let's say John Doe, and you can send an email to John Doe and say, hey, John Doe, I have a question for you. Can you leave me a Google review on your experience working inside of my business? And it automatically works with Google. So all you need to do is connect your Google review. You can actually have your Google reviews. Well, you can have artificial intelligence respond to your Google reviews right from inside of HighLevel. So this is kind of like the overview of HighLevel. Now, this is a sub account here. So if you saw here, I added one person, which was John Doe, and you see where now I'm actually getting some data here. There's one opportunity, which is John Doe. It's the value of the opportunity is $1,250. And then when I close a deal over here, it'll show up here. So inside of the software, you can track all of the opportunities, like how much of it is open. So you can see John's is open and so forth. And then you can always contact John and have a conversation with John. So here you'll create a new message. Let's send them a message. Let's choose John and click continue. And then I can say, hey, John, hi, John. I would have to connect his phone. I would have to create a phone number, which creating a phone number takes seconds. This is a brand new account. That's why I don't have any of this already connected. But you just click on purchase now and you're able to go ahead and purchase a phone number, okay? And you can track all the back and forth that you've had, all the updates. So you can see John here was moved to a new opportunity. Any text message, any email, any follow-up, all of that would be here. And I can close the conversation and move on to the next person. So this is what a sub-account is. The core value of HighLevel is inside of a sub-account. And I can give a sub-account to anyone. Because on HighLevel's unlimited plan at $297 a month, you get access to unlimited sub-accounts, okay? So that's really what the benefit on the $297 is, unlimited sub-accounts, as many client accounts as you need for one price. So all of the value in itself is worth thousands of dollars per month. If we calculate all the other tools that we no longer have to use, all of the value is in this one software, which is superb. Because I remember 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, when the only options as a marketing consultant, when a customer would come to me who is running their business and they're coming to me as a marketing consultant and they're saying, hey, what software should I use? Or how do I get more customers? I would tell them, in order for you to get more customers, you're going to need a software to collect leads. Well, let's go to that software. That software costs $197 a month. Then you're going to need a funnel software. That's going to cost you an extra $200 a month. And then you're going to need to, because of the amount of leads that are coming in, you're going to need to survey them. That's going to cost you an extra couple $100s a month. And if you need a place, now that you got all these leads and you're already spending a few $100s a month, you're going to need a place to house your online course. That's an extra $499 a month. And it starts to add up. HighLevel allows you to completely replace that for yourself inside of your business. Now, let's say that you want to use HighLevel to make money. Because you get unlimited sub-accounts, you can actually resell the software. And now that introduces the SaaS mode. Now, SaaS is software as a service, which is what HighLevel is actually designed for, is helping people make money on the platform. So SaaS is everything that you need to start generating recurring revenue with the SaaS plan. So SaaS mode, one of the values is automatic sub-account creation and rebilling. So let's go into that. So I'm going to take a step back and leave the sub-account. I'm going to go to agency view. So agency view is for you to be able to sell the software as a business. SaaS stands for software as a service. So in your agency dashboard, once you connect Stripe, you'll be able to see what monthly recurring revenue looks like and you getting paid. So you can actually get paid for other people's use of the software. So let me open up a Google Doc and let me show you what I mean here. So if I open up, let me create a new window, and if I open up a Google Doc, so you pay, in this scenario, if you want to make money with HighLevel, you pay HighLevel $497 per month, okay? And you're going to get additional tools. One of the tools that you get in the SaaS mode plan is you get the ability to rebill the text messages. So your customer, now remember, you have unlimited accounts. So your customer can pay you anywhere from $97 per month to $997 per month, okay? And beyond. I mean, there's no limit here. So you pay HighLevel $497 a month for how many accounts? Unlimited accounts. So you have unlimited accounts here. Okay, it's $497 unlimited accounts. Now, this is on the SaaS mode. This is what I'm talking about on the SaaS mode. So remember, there's two plans. Let me go back to this. I don't want to confuse you, so let me go back to the pricing. So the unlimited plan is $297. The SaaS Pro plan is $497. The difference between the two is on the unlimited, all you get is unlimited sub-accounts. For the $497, you get additional features that help you make money in HighLevel. So because you get unlimited sub-accounts on the $297 plan, When I say unlimited, just so we're on the same page, on the left-hand side, you can create more than 3. You can create as many as you need, but you have to do that manually. You have to create plus new every single time manually. So click on sub-accounts. You're limited to just 3 on the 97 plan. So this is a couple that I have here on the $97 plan. So when I click on create sub-account, your current plan only allows up to 3 sub-accounts. Please upgrade to create more. Because this specific demo account that I'm on is on the $97 plan. I just bought this just to show you a demonstration, okay? Now, if you look at the top, by the way, this is my URL. I call this sandbox.100msas.com. This is usually it's on app.gohighlevel.com, but I'm able to customize it to my URL, okay? That's one of the other benefits that if I didn't mention, you can customize and brand it to your own. Now, so you can create unlimited on the $297 manually. On the $497, you can automate it. And let me share with you the difference. On the $297 plan, you click plus new and you can create it manually. And the value of that is like you have as many workspaces. So you have to press a button. But if you want to give access to a customer and charge them every single month to use your version of HighLevel, then you'll sign up for the $497 plan, which is what I did when I first started with HighLevel. The reason I chose the $497 plan is because I wanted HighLevel. I wanted to make money with HighLevel. So your customer pays you anywhere from $97 a month to $997 a month. So let's just say, for example, you choose to charge your version of HighLevel for $299 per month. And you get 10 people to pay you $299 per month. That equals out to $2,990 per month. That's how much you're banking. That's how much you're making inside of your version of HighLevel. So here, you got 10 customers that pay you $299 per month for a HighLevel. And they pay you directly. So because inside of HighLevel, let's go back to this account here. If you go to the agency dashboard, the first thing that it asks you to do, I got to keep closing this because this is a brand new account, is it says connect Stripe to get started. Please connect your Stripe. And when you connect Stripe, what happens is now Stripe is a platform for you to take payments. So as soon as you connect your Stripe account, you can now accept payments and you get to keep 100% of the revenue, okay? So let's just do some math. You got 10 customers that are paying you $299 a month. And then from that $2,990 per month, if you minus the cost that you got to pay directly to HighLevel, so $497, the total profit is $2,493. So $2,493 per month. Profit here. In this scenario, this is profit. This is why I choose to use HighLevel. Not only am I helping my customers by saving money, that's the first thing. The customers that I serve, I have a commitment to them to help them inside of their business and help them grow their company. That's the first thing. The second thing is I can save them money and I can make more money. Rather than me promoting other people's software, I can take the software and white label it. So if I go to the settings section here and I go to company here and I click on white label, I can change the domain to my domain here. And then I can add a logo. So right here it says GHL Engine, which is one of my other businesses. Let's click on replace. And let's choose a logo here. So let me type in logo. And let's use this one. Let's see how this one looks. This is Bing's logo for Bing. And now this is the Bing software. So I can put Bing.com here. Well, I don't own Bing.com. That Microsoft owns it. But you get the point. You can put your logo there, upload your logo, and then you can put your domain, and now it becomes your software. So customers will actually get access to your software, not HighLevel. So you may know the software today as HighLevel, but if you decide to sell this software, your customers will pay you directly for your version of the software. This is why you might have heard me say a couple of times, your version of the software. It's because you can actually sell it as your own software. And that's on the $497 plan. So when you look at these three plans, the $97 plan is just to get started. And it's to get started on some of their basic features. If you want to unlock the software, then you're gonna go to the $297 plan where you get to access to additional features and most of the software features. Okay, then you get unlimited accounts on the $297 plan. However, you're limited to when you create an account, it has to be manual. You have to click manual, and there's something called rebilling. Okay, let me go into the rebilling. So if you notice here, there's another thing here called rebilling. What rebilling is inside the software. If I go to billing, let's see if I see it in billing. No, maybe not. So here, what rebilling is, let me go give you context. Every time that you send a text message, so text message, you're gonna pay for usage. So you're gonna pay $0.0 and 0.0079 cents per SMS. So that's how much it costs you to send out a text message inside of HighLevel. It's not free to send out text messages, nor is it free to send out emails. You get the wholesale rates though. So in this scenario, to send out a text message, it costs you less than a penny to send out a text message, okay? That's how much it costs you. So you send out 100 text messages, then that's gonna be a total of 7.9 cents, right? So it's not much. So 7.9 cents to send out a text message. Now, what you could do to make money is you can do something called a markup. A markup is when HighLevel charges you, so I'm gonna put HighLevel text message, HighLevel charges you 0.0079 cents per text message. Let's say that I'm gonna copy and paste this here. Let's say that you charge 3 cents per text message in this scenario. So if I do the math, and I know this is a lot of math here, so I'm gonna use my iPhone here to do the math on the side here. So if I do the math, 0.03 cents. One of the things that I found in being in like masterminds and being around multimillionaires is the way that they make money is through the pennies. It's actually not the big dollars. The way they make money and get rich is through the pennies. So here in the scenario, if it costs 0.003, so 0.00 or 0.03, and I minus your cost, which is 0.0079 cents, less than a penny, that is a total profit. So you take away 0.0079, less than a penny. The total is, in the scenario, like it wrote, 0.022, okay? 0.022. Now, let's say, for example, you're making, now this is pennies. We're talking about 2 pennies in profit. Well, take these 2 pennies, and let's say that your one sub account is sending 2,500 messages per month, 2,500 text messages per month. So if I do the math here, 0.0022 times 2,500 sub account or text messages per month, that's a total profit. This is profit, ladies and gentlemen, profit. Because remember, this number equals profit. What I'm highlighting here is your profit, because you're charging your customer the markup of what you're charging your customer. So your customer's markup is 0.003. So that's how much you're charging your customer to send out a text message. HighLevel charges you 0.0079. This is pennies. I know it's pennies, but there's a little bit of profit here, and I'm going to show you how you can get wealthy using HighLevel. So here, 0.03 cents per text message is what you're selling to your customer. And your cost is 0.0079. Your profit here is 2 pennies. Well, you take these 2 pennies, and is a business going to send one text message to a customer? Probably not. They're going to send hundreds, if not thousands. So let's say they send out 2,500 text messages. Well, you just profited $55 per account. Well, in my business, I have over 500. So let's say you, in your journey, as you start and grow your business, let's say you have 100 businesses. Your 100 businesses, now I'm gonna erase some of this here. Okay, we're clear on this math. So let's just say $500, or I'm sorry, $55 in text message profit. Text message profit. Okay, $55 in text message profit. So we're clear on this, right? $55. So let's say you have 100 customers now that are paying you $55 in text message profit. That equals out to $5,500 in profit just on text message usage. Now remember, those 100 accounts are probably going to pay you $297 a month. Well, if we do the math, $297 a month comes out to $29,700. So $29,700 plus $5,500 in text message profit, that is a total of $35,200 that you're making in profit. Because what does it cost for you to run a high-level business? $497. That's it. So you take this $35,200, you minus your high-level cost, $497, and now your net profit is $34,703. That's what it looks like when you have 100 customers paying you on top of high level. An additional $34,000, not one time, per month. Per month, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So I'm going to exit this. I know there's a lot of math here. I don't want to overwhelm you with the math. But for those of you who are interested in building wealth and creating money, this is an opportunity that's super valuable for you. Okay? If you wanted to know this. So here is how it works. You have these 3 plans. The one that I signed up for was a SaaS mode plan because that allows you to do the rebilling with the ability to set your own markup. Remember here, if you want to be able to make money with high level, this is how you make money. It's on their SaaS mode plan and it's $497. Okay. And then, so you can make money by charging for the account. That's the first step. And then you can charge for usage every time that a text message is sent, every time that an email is sent. High level will charge you a fee. But then, and it happens all automatically, by the way. On the $497 plan, it happens all automatically. Where high level charges you a fee. When they charge you a fee, it automatically charges your customer fee. On this plan, on the $297 plan, you have to do everything manually. So every text message, mind you, if it's like 2,000 text messages, what ends up happening is that you have to manually go into each text message and say, oh, that's another text message, and call your customer and say, hey, I saw you got charged for, you sent a text message. High level charge me for the text message. I'm going to charge you the 3 cents. Do you really want to do that back and forth? Some people don't, and they just want to skip the journey and automate the whole entire process, and that's $497. On the $297 is when you have to do all of those steps essentially manually if you want to create a profit with high level, okay? Now, on the agency account, so let's go back to, okay, yep. So on the agency account here, you have the sub-accounts where you can create the sub-accounts, and now you can track and manage each sub-account, right? So here, you see where, actually, I don't even think the rebilling portion is here. And the reason for that is because I'm in this account, I'm on the $97 plan for this demo account. If I was on the unlimited plan, which I am on my main business account, I just purchased a new GoHighLevel agency account to show you what a brand new account looks like, okay? So here you can see like you can limit their accounts, how many emails they send, how many text messages that they send. You can limit all of that in the sub account details, okay? Now let's go back here. Also, inside of high level, you can do something called a snapshot. What a snapshot is a template of one of your sub accounts. So you can templatize a sub account and then you can import it into other accounts. So let's say, for example, I build a account, a website, a pipeline, workflows, automations for a gym. Let's just use that as a scenario. And then another gym calls me and says, hey, Andy, I'm interested to use your software. My friend told me about it. I want everything that they have. Well, I got 2 options. I can rebuild everything that I built for the first time from scratch, or I can just template the first account and duplicate it over to the second person. That is an example of a snapshot, okay? Inside of the software, you can resell additional apps and additional tools. So for example, High Level's tech team can actually put apps on top of inside of the iOS store, and they charge you $49. You can charge your customer $79, for example, and make a profit of $30 here. So there's additional tools that High Level allows you to generate profit on. If your business, your client wants to use WhatsApp, High Level charges $10 a month for WhatsApp, but you can sell it to your customer for $99 a month. That's their suggested rate. You can sell it to your customer for $99 a month and make an $89 profit. So the profit keeps stacking on, right? The profit keeps on growing. And there's a tremendous amount of templates and that you can use. You can create templates specifically for all your customers. So you can create different templates. So let's say you have one template that majority of your customers want. Well, you can create that template and it's going to be in the template library, but HighLevel gives you a lot of the templates here anyway. So if you want to create a graphic designer template, here's an example of what that looks like. And you can hide it from your customers. And it's not because to be facetious, it's a matter of what's valuable for your specific customers. Now, HighLevel has over 100,000 agencies on the platform, and everyone is doing things a little bit differently on their own, which is why I created a coaching program for high-level agencies to really start understanding, like, how do I go from 0 to hero? What are the steps to get my first 5 customers? Can you break that down? How do I go from 0 to 5 customers that are paying me monthly, whether it's 5 customers that are paying me $99 a month, which covers your cost of HighLevel. Now it becomes profitable, especially for those of you who decide to become the reseller. So when I look at these 3 plans, one of the things that I suggest is if you're brand new to HighLevel, go for the unlimited plan in the middle. The reason for that is that there's the right features, there's everything that you need, and you have unlimited accounts, and you can start selling those accounts to other people or giving them away. Now, if you're looking to make money with HighLevel, when I started, I went straight for the $497 plan because I was committed to making it a profitable venture for me. So the unlimited plan is designed for people to save money from what they're currently using. The SaaS mode plan is for you to make it a profit. So it's an extra $200. So if you look at those 3 plans, Unlimited and SaaS Pro is the 2 that I would look at. $297 plan is, if you remember earlier in this video, there was a tremendous amount of different features and different softwares that I would need to get to replicate HighLevel, and it would cost me thousands of dollars to replicate HighLevel with additional features. Plus, I would have to integrate them and figure out how to integrate all these different softwares. Now, I can cancel all of those softwares and pay $297 a month. That's the plan that I would use if my goal is just to save money. So remember earlier I was talking about ClickFunnels, and I would need Typeform, and I would need Mailchimp, and I would need Calendly for my calendar booking, and I would need all these different Kajabi for my courses, WordPress for my website, all of these different platforms that would ultimately cost me money. The $297 plan, what it does is it saves you money. So that's who gets the $297 plan, is for people who are looking to save money. Now, if you're looking to make money and make it a profitable venture with HighLevel, not only save you money, but also make money from it, then you would go to the $497 plan, because the $497 plan allows you to sell the accounts and automate the entire process. So your customer, when you sell them an account and they log into a sub account, what happens is that they are introduced to the Launchpad, and this helps and starts the onboarding process for your customer. So your customer can log in, and you sell them an account, and step by step, HighLevel shows them how to import their account, how to import their contacts, how to generate leads, how to set up all their widgets, and how to launch their first campaign through the Launchpad. Then your customer can start using it for their business, and they're paying you every single month. Now, remember, you as a HighLevel customer, you pay HighLevel directly, and you pay $497 a month to HighLevel directly to use the software, and your customer pays you directly to have access to just one of these sub accounts. So when they log in, they're limited to just seeing their version, their account, but you as a HighLevel customer, you can see all of the accounts. So in this scenario, if I sold an account to John, when he clicks this button up here, nothing will happen. When he clicks this button up here, nothing will happen. He's limited to just seeing his account to run his business, which is how you want it to be. Only you and your employees are going to be able to see all of the accounts. But John, your customer who's paying you monthly, can only see his or her account. And they'll be able to see only their conversations, their contacts, their calendars to run their business. Okay, so that's how it works. And you make a profit on it on the $497 plan because you can sell them. You choose your pricing. So when you decide to create an account, you'll choose your pricing, how much you want to sell it for, and you can start generating a profit pretty quickly here. So let's go. Let me show you actually my version of HighLevel. So my version of HighLevel is progreta.com. And you see here, like I created my own logo. I forget where I created this logo, but I created a logo and I just made up a name on the software. So my version is called Progreta. Sold it to hundreds of people. Now, Progreta, the way I got the name is I made it up. And how I made it up, I remember asking myself years ago, what do I want to do for a business? And I said, I want to help businesses progress daily. So what I did is I took the word progress and I took the word daily. I dropped the SS in progress. I dropped the ILY in the word daily and I put it together. And now that's Progreta. So although I decided and I committed to selling HighLevel, I used a name that I just made it up. But hundreds of people pay every single month to have access to this. And we replace so many different softwares, as well as we can technically integrate with all of these softwares. So if a business owner says, hey, I don't want to cancel my ClickFunnels or I don't want to cancel my HubSpot, but I just want to integrate with it, totally fine. We can do that. Many times they can just cancel it, right? So this is my website. And in the pricing, so if I go to the pricing here, if I go to the pricing here, I chose a couple of price points. Actually, I have 2 pages. So let's go to the all pricing. So I have 3 pricing in total. The first pricing that I have is $197 a month, where I charge my customers $197 a month to use HighLevel through me. If they want access to more of my team or they want additional tools and additional support, we charge $497 a month. And then if they want us to like build out a funnel for them, right? And remember I showed you earlier, you can actually build a funnel with artificial intelligence in like 3 minutes. So pretty much many times there are business owners who say, hey, I don't have time to be the one to build it out. I want someone to press the buttons for me. And I showed you how quick it was to build out a funnel. Took less than a minute to build out a funnel. Sometimes business owners will be willing to pay for that. So we charge $1,000 a month for us to press those buttons for them. So $997 a month to press a few buttons. 10 customers is 10 grand. Most business, let's look up how much is the average income in the US. Okay. $66,000 is the average income in the US. $66,000 a month or a year. So if I take that and I divide it by 12, the average income in the United States divided by 12 months is a total value, or the total cost, or the total income is $5,551 per month. So that's how much the average household in America is generating, $5,551 per month. If I take that number and I divide it, not by 12, by 997. So I take that number and divide it by $997 to make the average income in the United States. All I would need is a total of 6 customers on my diamond plan, which is $997 per month. All I would need is a total of 6 customers here. What I'm sharing with you here is it's totally possible for you to get those 6 and completely replace your entire job. And in this scenario, for what I do is the unlimited pre-built funnel. I use artificial intelligence to build out web pages. And I just showed you how I'm able to do that in less than 3 minutes. So if someone says, hey, Andy, can you build out my web page? I don't want to press the buttons. I'd rather have you press the buttons. Then it's like, no problem. I'll press the buttons for you. It's $997 a month for me to press those buttons. And how long does it take? 3 minutes. So if all 6 ask me for a website that month, it takes me less than 1 working day to build all 6. And I'm able to make the same amount of income and make it profitable. How cool is that? Rather than working 40 hours a week for 4 weeks full time, I'm able to work 1 day in an entire month and service 6 customers. And my investment is $497 a month. My investment is $497 a month. So that's the opportunity for you in HighLevel, is that you can take this software, you can white label it as your own software, implement it inside your business for your business, because you can take a sub account, use a sub account, and use it for your company, use it for your business, however you see, like for your websites, for your forms, for your surveys, for your courses, for your pipeline to track sales, for your contact manager to track all of your contacts. You can use this one software to track everything and take payments and close deals. One account for you. Then you can sell unlimited accounts. So you want to sell it to 10 customers? Cool, go for 10. You want to sell it to 100 customers? Go for 100. You want to sell it to 200 customers? Go for 200. The number you choose is your wildest imagination, okay? And if you go to, let's see if they have it available, in HighLevel's website, if you click on awards, you can see how many people. So in the gold tier, so HighLevel has this award program for award winners for people who decide to sell the software and so on and so forth. And you can put, once you hit a certain threshold, you can choose to publicize your threshold by submitting a form, and you get an award. So on the gold tier, these are all different GoHighLevel agencies that have over 100 customers. Gold is just 100. So what I'm sharing with you is that it's 100% possible. Platinum tier is for businesses that have over 500, and diamond tier is for businesses that have over 1,000. So diamond tier is 1,000 customers. Platinum tier is over 500, and the gold tier is over 100. So imagine having 100. Let's say you choose a price point of $497 a month. Now, would a business owner pay $497 a month for your version of HighLevel? Well, I just shared with you how it costs to try to recreate HighLevel. It's going to cost thousands for a funnel builder, a website, a platform for courses, a platform for Google reviews. It costs them thousands. Why would they not pay you $497 a month, where you get to keep 100% of the revenue, and you get to keep that revenue inside of your business, and your only cost to HighLevel is $497 a month? So that's when I saw this opportunity, I signed up right away, and I said, look, this is a no-brainer. Sign me up. And I've been in this industry for years. I've been able to retire my wife. We travel across the world now, and it's 100% because I signed up on the $497 plan, and I just started sharing it with my friends who were in my contact book on my phone. And I said, hey, I'm sure you have a platform for your websites. How much are you paying for it? And they'll say, well, I pay Kajabi, I pay this much. Then for the Typeform, I pay this much. And then for my form builder, I pay this much. And then for this other platform, for my websites, I pay that much. So probably over $1,500 I pay. And to them, it's one of those things where it's like a bunch of small payments that they kind of forget. And then I asked them, hey, if I were to consolidate what you're already paying for in one software, would you be interested? 9 out of 10 times, if not 100%, they say, of course, can you show it to me? And once you show it to 10 people, then it's like, hey, I'm in. So if you chose $497 a month for the software, how cool would that be that you pay $497 to HighLevel, and it's one fee for unlimited accounts, but then you're able to make a profit because you sell it to your customer for anywhere from $399 a month, $499, $599, however much you want to charge to your customer. You just choose a rate, and they pay you monthly. And usually, if you're charging less than $1,000, they're saving money from whatever they currently have. Okay, so down below on this description, you can actually see if you want to get started with HighLevel. I'm actually going to give you a free trial to HighLevel. That's number one. And on top of that, I have a coaching program that we sell to our customers, and we sell it to HighLevel agencies, and we charge $200 a month for that coaching program. And in that coaching program, we guide you on how to go from 0 to 100 customers. So we break it down step by step on how to market, how to sell, how to set up your HighLevel. And there's pre-recorded videos that break down the entire steps, step by step, how to market, how to sell, how to onboard, how to keep your customers paying you every single month, how to go from 0 to your first 100 subscribers. It's $200 a month for that program. If you decide to use the link down below, which is my specific link, I'm going to credit that $200 to you every single month. Okay. So that means you're not going to have to pay the extra $200. It's going to be included because HighLevel, the link that I gave you down below, is actually going to give me a commission if you decide to use HighLevel. Regardless if you decide to use it through me or if you go to High Level Direct, wherever you get High Level from, I truly believe it's the platform of the century right now because it has all the tools that are necessary. Because instead of me selling you the $197 a month, $200 coaching program, instead of me charging $200 a month, High Level has decided to pay me directly on behalf of you. And so that cuts the cost out and it saves you money. So if you decide to use the link down below, this is a direct link and you get an actual free trial to start using High Level. So you don't even actually have to pay for it. Start using it, implementing it. And as soon as you create an account, you'll be given a link to schedule a kickoff call where someone is going to log in with you and they're going to go inside of the software and they're going to show you step by step with you live on a Zoom call how you can start implementing the software inside of your business. And if you want to sell it, how you can start selling it. So there's 3 plans. So when you click that link, you'll be given the opportunity to choose the 3 plans. When I started, I went straight for the $497 plan because I wanted to make a profit. So when I look at the $497 plan, this is the plan that creates a profit and that makes a profit. The $297 plan is the plan to start saving money. That's how I would look at these 2 plans. The $297 plan is to X out all of your other costs on different softwares. The $497 plan is to resell the software and make a profit. The $97 plan is like for you just to kind of like test the waters. There'll be some limits on the features as well as there's limits on how many accounts you can create, which as you grow. So if you're someone who's like, hey, Andy, I'm not sure where I'm at, you can always start on the starter plan and then upgrade down the road. I hope this video was valuable for you. If you like this type of content where I break things down, be sure to comment on this video. Let me know. That gives me that feedback, as well as like this video and subscribe so that way you're alerted every time I have videos like this in the future. So once again, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you found this video to be valuable, but most importantly, create your High Level account now. Get on a kickoff call with one of the coaches who's going to break down how to use High Level inside of your business. And it's completely free. So you can start now and start a free trial of High Level. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.